Hi, welcome to another Chat Side with a Shaman. Today is January 15th, 2023. And I wasn't going to do this ever, but I'm going to, because I've been thinking about it lately, so maybe I need to talk about it. Is I was going to maybe share a little bit of my conversion, how I arrived where I am a little bit. I have uh, a new group of people I'm joining another chat group besides the Kabbalah Guru. I'm joining one that's called Spiritual Garden. It's a neat little group. It's run by a retired teacher, and she's doing wonderful work with it. She's got it divided up into the next several groups. I'll have a link to it here. I wanted to share that with you. Also, I still have my Kabbalah prayer group, Kabbalah Gurus with Eli Weber prayer group, and I have also my own separation group that we're trying to build a new community as using the new guidelines of divinity and faith that we now have, and more in tune with Gaia instead of with the industries. So we'll see how that all goes. But that's the manifestation story for a little bit. But where I came from a little bit, um, growing up, faith was not a big part of us. We were just trying to get through. My mom and dad, my dad worked in the mill. Mom didn't work for a lot of years. Money was always tight. We went to church on the big holidays, Christmas, Easter, maybe a funeral. That's about it. I had no background at all. I do remember my first communion. Wow, that was nice. I remember that. That's interesting. I remember that. I remember a lot of the holy stuff that we've done, but it wasn't part of our life. I know when I went to the first communion, I took that very seriously. I think I even got that picture of that somewhere. Um, but throughout those years, I always thought about it. I remember one time walking home from school, seventh grade. And I really like to be a priest. I really want to teach what God is about. But everything in my life just said, no, we can't do that. We don't do that. We don't support that. We don't want that. That's not what your journey. That's people telling me that, not anybody. I didn't quite fit in. Um, some of my issues were I have a learning disability. I'm dyslexic, and I'm ambidextrous, which makes a very interesting way of going through life. The dyslexia wasn't diagnosed, and actually, we really never diagnosed discovered it until my 30s, even though I had it all my life. When I tried to explain that I couldn't understand what they're putting on the board and what I was reading, they thought I was just being lazy or that I wasn't smart enough. No, it's when you look at numbers and letters and a sentence and everything's scrambled. That's what I see. I see those little tests. If you can read this, well, that's my world. Always. I always have to decipher that. But anyways, that's the fight. So I grew up with, everybody telling me I can't do things. I can't do that. I can't do this. And you can't even throw a ball right. Well, because I'm ambidextrous. I'm left and right-handed. So I was trying to figure out which hand was my dominant, which one wasn't, and it depends on what I was doing. Everything was different. I was dominant with writing and eating with my left, but I bowl with my right. I shoot a bow and arrow with my left. I shoot a gun with my right. I work hand tools. It depends on the tool and what I need to do. So it was always a struggle. But all my life, I always known too that I never was where I needed to be. I was never in the right spot. Now, I have a lot of friends in the prayer chat that are saying, well, they don't feel like they're home. They feel like they belong somewhere else. But I'm not sure if that's it or if it's like what I'm feeling for myself. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, whatever it is. It goes back to when I was born with the birth certificate. They locked me into a certain lifestyle with that birth certificate. And I always felt it was never the right life for me. Always. I could never explain why. And I went back in some of my old prayers, 2001, and I'm asking for guidance because I'm even saying the words, this isn't my life. why am I not where I need to be? What is keeping me from that? And I go back even further. 20 years before that, I even said the same thing. And today, I think I've found that path. And this is part of it. I'm talking to you guys, sharing what is on my mind, sharing what people have told me to shut up about, because it's not what everybody wants to believe. No, screw it. If you don't want to believe it, then don't believe it. That's your problem. That's not my problem. Or that won't be my problem. My problem is to share the information. You can decipher it as you see fit. I'll continue with that little journey how I got into Catholicism. But let's just say it wasn't a blind choice. I went through Buddhism, found out what that was, Mormonism, Muhammad, the teachings of Muhammad, which I really liked. The teaching, Taoism. I like Taoism, minimalism of Taoism. I mean, the stuff is all there. It's all valid. I went to Catholicism because I was taught, or I believed, that that was the true source established by Jesus when he gave the keys to the church to Peter, and on that rock he built his church, which is the first pope. Crap. So we're going to move on past that. So we need to discern what we've been going through, and that's what I'm doing right now. Discerning my life, looking through where has, what changed, what has been keeping me away, and get away from those things that have been keeping you from being what you think you should be, what you know you should be. Walk away from them. Now, I have this library of stuff behind me. I'm proud of my library. The information in it, I think, is valuable, but it's also 3D. And a lot of it is full of the lies that they've been propagating into us for decades and centuries. The information is there. I still have the information, and the information may be who I am. Okay? And I love who I am. I'm liking my intellect. I like how I'm waking up to this information that most people can't understand, or maybe they understand it too, they just need affirmation, and that's why I'm giving you this affirmation. And that's okay. But this library isn't me. Not anymore. I'm ascending to a different level. I want a different understanding of things. I want a freer life. Free from the expectations of what everybody said I can and can't do. The only limitations that I want for myself are the things I choose not to do. And that's always been my little motto. The only thing I can't do is what I choose not to do. I had the intellect to do whatever I wanted. I made my choices. You have your choices. Continue in the 3D world. Live your life as you've always have. Be content. But if you always thought there's more, there's something else, why can't I achieve that? What is keeping me from that? We're going to discover that together in the next video. Please subscribe, like, share the message with anybody else you think might like to hear this. I'd like to know your thoughts also about your ascension, what you think is happening with you. But I'll continue with my little story here the next time. So I'm going to sign off today. You have a great day. God loves you. I always do love you, and I always wish you the best. My glorious, magnificent beings of the planet Earth, you are awesome, and I'm glad to be of service. Peace and love always.